Hare Krishna. We continue reading from Bhagavad Gita as it is, chapter 9, the most confidential knowledge, text 29. This is a very, this verse is quoted very often. Samoham sarva bhuteshu
Samoham sarvabhutesu
na me dveshyo asti na priyaha
name dvesho
ye bhajanti tu mam bhaktya
ye bhajanti
tu mam bhaktya
mayi te teshu chapi aham.
mayi te teshu chapyaham.
Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. I envy no one, nor am I partial to anyone. I am equal to all, but whoever renders service unto me in devotion is a friend, is in me, and I am also a friend to him. So Krishna is saying, I am not partial to anyone. I do not envy anyone. You know, is like a father. Will a father be envious of his own child? No, he has many children. A father is equally loving to all his children. Krishna is our supreme father. So he equally loves us. So what happens is there may be one child who always wants to be with the father. So naturally, the father is spending more time with the child. It's a natural, it's a reciprocal relationship. But there's another child who tells the father, I don't want to see you. I just want your money. You keep sending me the money every month, and that's it. I do not want to have a relationship with you. And so the father says, fine. And this is what we do, you know. If we want to just have the things that Krishna provides us and not want Krishna, a relationship with Krishna, he says that's all right. But if we want to have a relationship with Krishna, be with Krishna, he says, fine. So he's not partial, but automatically, if one is a devotee, he's automatically having a loving relationship with him. He's automatically spending more time with him. So one may question here that if Krishna is equal to everyone and no one is his special friend, then why does he take a special interest in the devotees who are always engaged in his transcendental service? But this is not discrimination. Because many people say, oh, Krishna says, I am not partial to anyone. But then why is Krishna partial to the devotees? But it's because it's a reciprocal of a relationship. That's what we have to understand. So this is not discrimination, it is natural. Any man in this material world may be very charitably disposed, yet he has a special interest in his own children. Yeah, a man, he gives a lot of charity to everyone, but of course, he's going to be taking personally care of his children. His charity, he may do it through others, but for his children, he's personally available. The Lord claims that every living entity in whatever form is his son. And so he provides everyone with a generous supply of the necessities of life. So who's supplying us? Who's supplying us all the necessities? We are thinking it's automatically coming. Or most to most, we may think it is material energy. But who is telling her to work? Under whose order is she working? It's all under the order of Krishna. So Krishna is just like a cloud which pours rain all over, regardless of whether it falls on rock or land or water. But for devotees, he gives specific attention. Such devotees are mentioned here. They are always in Krishna consciousness, and therefore they are always transcendentally situated in Krishna. So the pure devotees of the Lord, Krishna personally takes care of them. Because they are always, Krishna says, I am always in the heart of the devotee. The devotee is always in my heart. Krishna reciprocates. He's not ungrateful. He's very reciprocal. And that is natural. Same with us. We reciprocate with someone who wants to be with us. We automatically want to be with them. Somebody don't want to be with us, we automatically will have a distance. So the very phrase Krishna consciousness suggests that those who are in such consciousness are living transcendentalists situated in him. The Lord here says distinctly, Mai te, they are in me. What does it mean they are in me? Everyone belongs to Krishna. Everyone. Each of us belongs to Krishna. Everything belongs to Krishna. But there is a special reciprocal relationship between Krishna and the pure devotee. Naturally, as a result, the Lord is also in them. So the devotee is in the heart of the Lord and the Lord is in the heart of the devotee. This is reciprocal. This also explains the verse, Ye yatamam prapadyante tam statheva bhajami aham. Whoever surrenders unto me proportionately, I take care of him. So, depending on our degree of surrender, Krishna reciprocates. Krishna is reciprocal. He is not ungrateful. This transcendental reciprocation exists because both the Lord and the devotee are conscious. When a diamond is set in a golden ring, it looks very nice. The gold is glorified, and at the same time, the diamond is glorified. The Lord and the living entity eternally glitter, and when a living entity becomes inclined to the service of the Supreme Lord, he looks like gold. So here the analogy Prabhupada is giving is the diamond, a diamond is there, gold is there, but when you combine it, when you put the diamond in the gold ring, it looks very nice, no? Becomes more beautiful. Gold looks beautiful, diamond looks beautiful, but when you combine it, it looks more beautiful. So when the living entity agrees to engage in the service of the Lord, so the combination, there is the Lord is there, the devotee is there, there's a reciprocation of this beautiful relationship. The Lord is a diamond, and so this combination is very nice. Living entities in a pure state are called devotees. So living entities in pure state are called devotees, means each and every soul in the pure state is a devotee. Each and every. That is the original consciousness of every soul, Krishna consciousness. Every soul is a living entity. It's not that the life is with the body. No, the life is with the soul. It's the soul that is living. The body is dead. That's the reason when the soul leaves the body, we say, oh, this is a dead body. And we say, oh, he passed away or she passed away. So the life is with the soul, and every soul in the pure condition is a devotee. That is real self-realization, to understand this point. The Supreme Lord becomes the devotee of his devotees. If a reciprocal relationship is not present between the devotee and the Lord, then there is no personalist philosophy. In the impersonal philosophy, there's no reciprocation between the Supreme and the living entity. But in the personalist philosophy, there is. So there may be a class of people who say there's no reciprocation, but that is impersonal. Persons always have reciprocation. Always there is a reciprocation between one person to another. Reciprocation is not with a material thing. Reciprocation is with the life, with the soul. It's a dead body cannot reciprocate with another dead body. So the reciprocation is coming from the soul, not from the dead body. And so there is a reciprocation between the soul and the Supreme Lord. And that is our eternal relationship. And Krishna, it's not that he is always saying, I am great and you serve me, I'm going to whip you if you don't. No. What does Krishna do? He becomes the devotee of his devotee. Krishna becomes the servant of his devotee. And that's the reason he does not give his love so easily, because he becomes bound by the devotee. Just as this month we are celebrating how he got bound by the love of Mother Yashoda, that she could tie him up. He's God. He's God and he's crying. He's crying. in fear of his mother that she's going to beat me. This is reciprocation. This is reciprocation between God and his devotee. Krishna becomes the servant of his devotee. He became the chariot driver of Arjuna. He became the messenger of Yudhishthira. He is becoming the servant of the devotees. This is Krishna's reciprocation. Krishna is a person. He is the supreme person, so he can supremely reciprocate with us. The example is often given that the Lord is like a desire tree, and whatever one wants from this desire tree, the Lord supplies. But here the explanation is more complete. The Lord is here stated to be partial to the devotees. This is the manifestation of the Lord's special mercy to the devotees. The Lord's reciprocation should not be considered to be under the law of karma. It belongs to the transcendental situation in which the Lord and his devotees function. So Krishna is not bound by the laws of karma, and neither are his pure devotees. The pure devotees and Krishna, they are all on the transcendental platform, on the liberated platform. So it belongs to the transcendental situation in which the Lord and his devotees function. It's nothing to do with the modes of nature. The loving relationship between Krishna and his pure devotee is all spiritual. It is not material. Devotional service to the Lord is not an activity of this material world. It's a part of the spiritual world where eternity, bliss, and knowledge predominate. So devotional service is spiritual, it's transcendental. It is the eternal activity of the soul. We may think, oh, activity means to the body, but a dead body never moves. That is proof that activity is with the soul, not with the body. So what does the soul do in its pure state? The soul in the pure state engages in devotional service to Krishna. That is the eternal activity of the soul, the eternal relationship between soul and Krishna. In the spiritual world, the spiritual world is eternal, full of knowledge, full of bliss. It's never annihilated. It's not temporary, it's permanent. So the more we hear and the more we chant, the more we are surrendering to Krishna, and the more Krishna is reciprocating with us. So Krishna says, whoever surrenders unto me proportionately, ye yathamam prapadyante. How much you want to come towards me, to that degree I reciprocate with you. So we continue to hear and chant and hear and chant, and we can be situated in our original position, our original relationship with Krishna. Any questions or comments? And it's a science, so it will happen. It will happen. There is no doubt about it. Bhagavad Gita ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki
Hare
jai,
Krishna.
Gaur Bhaktivinoda ki jai. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, it's really very beautifully described, like how much he will go to close. He will back the same with you, right? So it is really
Yes.
very beautifully described, and sentiments also here. So I feel,
Yes.
like crying when you are explaining. It's really good, very good.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Jai. Hare Krishna.